Hey everybody, it's Kendra Eris, and we're on week 3. You'll be getting week 4 assignment for Shawn Achor's book, Big Potential, here in a second. So we took an extra week to read chapter 3, and chapter 3 gave us some strategies for our lives that I wanted to kind of just take an extra week and take some time and think about these things a little bit better. So the first thing that I wanted to discuss was what these 3 strategies are. So one is to tap into the power of positive peer pressure. Strategy 2 was creating balance through variety, meaning surrounding yourself with a variety of different people. And 3, creating reciprocal bonds. So basically improving your relationships with people where you are giving as much as you're taking, and that you're not finding yourself into a relationship where there's too much give or too much take. So it gave me a chance to really sit down and think about some of these things. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of this work through other self-development books that I've read, I've already kind of done. So I didn't find this to be as challenging. However, what I was able to do is look back on how my life has changed since I got rid of negative peer pressure, or since I stopped spending time with people that are negative or that put negativity in my life, in strategy 1. And it's funny because there's the one thing that I could share is I've never kind of like gone through my friends list or people in my family or my work or my life where I said, okay, I'm going to just exclude these people from my lives because they're really negative. I've just simply kind of stopped putting as much energy into those people. You know what I mean? It didn't have to be like a breakup. It didn't have to be one of those situations where I felt like I was being the bad guy. It was just taking a minute to recognize that not everybody needs to be in your corner. So that with that one, creating balance through variety was a good one for me. That one, and he talked about that introverts should spend time with extroverts, and extroverts should spend time with introverts, and we should learn how to have a variety of different friends to tap into. And I can definitely say that I've learned over the years, and this gave me another opportunity after reading this chapter to really make sure I'm spending time with people that fill the voids in my life that aren't exactly like I am, And then in reciprocal bonds, creating reciprocal bonds, the thing that I thought a lot about with this is, I definitely used to live my life in a way that I felt like I was always being taken advantage of, that people were always asking me for things and never giving things in return. And I don't really have that as much anymore. And I'm not sure if it's all boundaries that I've put up or ways that I've learned to cope. But I think the other 2 strategies, in always surrounding yourself with positive peer pressure and in with positivity, people around you that are positive, and having a variety of friends, I think that's made reciprocal bonds a lot easier. So I don't know, something to think about. The other thing that he talked about that I really wanted to do, and I did this over the last week, was he talks about when you're creating your variety of people, when you're working on surrounding yourself with positive people, that you'll have pillars, bridges, and extenders in your life. So pillars are those the rocks for you, people that are rocks, that are your loyal best friends, your solid mentors, your teammates that always have your back. Those people are always going to be there for you and, have your back. Bridges are connectors to people outside of your existing ecosystem. So this is people that that have like a sphere of influence that you don't have, or that can introduce you to people that are in an industry that you otherwise wouldn't have connections with. A lot of people are natural bridges, but there's some people that I've thought, man, I should really connect with that person, because I bet, that we have networks that would overlap or that are not overlapping, but they very well could. So something to think about. And extenders are positive influencers that push you out of your comfort zone. So this could be mentors or friends, somebody that's probably not like you, somebody that probably gets you to do things that is really uncomfortable. And so what I encouraged you to do this last week, and if you haven't done it yet, this takes like 5 minutes, but write down a list of who these people are, because these are the people that you really want to focus on surrounding yourself with, that you really want to focus on paying attention to, tapping into, putting energy into, and pulling energy from. Because when you do that, you're going to find your network gets larger and your potential gets bigger when you are surrounded by positive people that are doing all these things for you. So anyway, that was what we discussed in in week 3. So to finish chapter 3 and then participate in those 2 discussions. If you don't want to participate, like sometimes that stuff's personal to like talk about names, but I really would encourage you to write those down, because sometimes when you write the names down, when you write down the people that you should be spending your time and energy with, you'll find yourself, if you can visually put that from your brain to paper, you'll find yourself showing up in a different way for those people. So that's pretty much it for this week. So we'll talk about the next week's assignment. We are going to read, my cat is like, oh, Kitty, begging to make an appearance. There you go. Say hi, Kitty. We're going to read chapter 4. So chapter 4 is Expand Your Power. It's 55 minutes. And so that's it. So you're going to read chapter 4, go over the stuff we've talked about before, if you're still catching up. And then we'll come back here, same time, same channel next Sunday at 9 p.m. Central Time. And we'll talk about it. So thanks, guys. See you later.